everyone, and welcome to Don't Keep Up with the Joneses. I'm Chrystle, and this is my husband, man.
Rickey Jones Jr.
Yes, the one and only. So I'm excited because today we are doing a video where we talk about the responses that we get when we tell people that we are moving to Johannesburg, South Africa.
What's up, beautiful people, and welcome to another episode of Don't Keep Up with the Joneses. 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 Don't keep up with the Joneses.
I wrote them down because I was like, I don't want to miss a thing. I know y'all like the tea. And I was like surprised because when I wrote it down, I was like, wow, people mostly respond with a question. So these are the questions that we get in response to when we say we're moving to Johannesburg, South Africa. But they're like question, but statement questions. Like, I don't know. It's weird. It's
all
weird.
over the map.
All over the map.
So much so, like, we'll come to each other and say, you wouldn't believe what such and such said or asked when they found out we was moving. But
yes,
we're here for it.
So the very first thing, which I do think is like one of the most popular things.
Okay.
Why are you moving to Johannesburg? We get this in person. We get this in the comments. I get this via text. I'm sure you do too. Like DMs on Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. Why Johannesburg, South Africa?
Family, friends, and loved ones, they all want to know. And I think it's because, are we answering or are we just
we can answer,
We can answer, but I think it's because like people have a connotational thought about the continent of Africa, right? So when they hear, oh, we're about to move to Africa, they thinking through that vein and through that lens. However, I'm like, okay, just divorce all the thoughts that you have regarding to Africa, but then more specifically South Africa, and know that we're doing what God is sharing for us to do. I'll let them know that God shared with me first that we are to move to Johannesburg, South Africa, and then upon talking to people that we value and counseled us, they said we should go. And upon going to Johannesburg, God then began to speak to Chrystle about the move. Usually, most of them are at peace after hearing that story. However, some, still have little doubts. Like, okay. You could like sense it in their response and kind of like in their like facial expressions with the idea of like, oh, okay, we'll see. But, it's all to the good.
Yeah, that's definitely what I tell them. I always say, yeah, God told Ricky that we're supposed to move to South Africa. We went and we visited, and that's when he confirmed it to me. So we're going.
Yeah.
Like, I keep it short, simple, and sweet, just like that. And so we're going.
Yeah.
I said it to him, he confirmed it to me, and so we're going.
Right.
Period.
Yep. I was about to say another question that goes along with that, but we'll keep going on your list.
So yeah, on to the next one. So then, of course, people ask, and I literally got this question at work even. I was like working and a customer was there. And so the question they say are you going to go to do mission work? And I'm like, they're like, are you a missionary? Are you going to go do missionary work?
A lot of people ask that.
And yeah, a lot of people ask that.
Because we do missions. So, it's not too far off.
Well, the thing is, and that's why I say even the lady asking me that saw me at work, like she doesn't know me at all. She didn't know I do missions at all. She just like, oh, you're moving to South Africa. Are you going to do missionary work? Like, because again, there's just this thought that must be what you're going to do. And I tell people, we're going to live life. Just like I live life here, I'm going to live life there. Period. If I'm going on a mission trip somewhere, I will go on a mission trip somewhere. But as far as living in Johannesburg, I'm going to live life in Johannesburg.
That's very true. Yes, we do missions. However, this is not the intent for this move. And, to Crystle's point, if we do it, we'll do it because that's what we do. But that's not the focal point. We're going to go live life and live our best life. And a great life. I'm going to just put it like that. I don't want to put too much on it because I don't want to degrade the life that we live here. Like, we do live a great life here in Tampa, Florida. However, when you are walking in and doing what God is sharing for you to do, you are essentially walking your best life. And so that's what we look to do, and that's what we will do. And period. I was about to say more, but it's already been said. So no need to reiterate what was said. Yeah.
So the next question or response we get is, are y'all starting a church there?
Yes. Oh, yes. Do we get that a lot? Do we? No. No, our ministry is for people, right? And I believe the large part of our ministry is being online, creating content, being before you all, and just being us and living our life and being a representative of believers in Christ and what that looks like each and every day. And so that's what we'll be doing. And I believe people have good intent when they ask that question. And I also wonder, like, if we were to be moving to go and start a church, like, how weird would that be? Because, like, we don't know anybody there. We haven't done any groundwork. We haven't done any pre-work to, say, hey, come listen to us. Like,
at this church.
At a whole church. Like, we don't do any of that. And so, I get it. I get it at the end of the day. Good people with great intentions and great thoughts and great questions. However, the answer is no. The answer is no. And hey, if God does, God does. But that's not where we're wanting.
And I would say, like, even this may be a good point to put a little pin in. We are ministers. We are ordained ministers, not ordained pastors.
That's true.
Pastors pastor churches. We are ministers. Yeah. And so we help facilitate the ministry to people. Yeah. But we don't have a church.
No. We love being a part of churches and ministering through that vein, whether that's within the church or even outside the church through the internet, right? That's our space. This is our pocket. And of course, we do meet people outside of the internet. Yeah, no.
A lot of people ask that though.
No, it's a huge responsibility and undertaking that both of us have seen firsthand through our fathers and mother.
Trying to fix my face.
Right? Like raise PK, and no.
I don't want it.
We found a great church there that we
did.
will plug in to be a part of, as well as our church back here in Tampa as well. And so we'll be dual church citizens, okay? Same kingdom, so ain't no confrontation.
Yeah. So another question response we get, which this one was kind of weird. Are you taking the kids?
Yeah. That does get act. Which is shocked. You did say something.
I know it's like, I be living like young, wild, and free. But I be having I love my kids. Yes, I'm bringing my kids with me.
Definitely love the kids. Oh, I love my kids. Y'all should know, just from videos that are being done, we love our kids and we are thinking with them in mind as far as this move is concerned. And of course, I could not picture doing life without them, right? Outside of them being married and adults, of course. Yeah, do your thing. Right. But these are pivotal years in their lives, right? 6 and 4, like.
When we visit for a week, I be like, I want the kids.
There's that. And to me, not so much. I do think about them, you know what I'm saying? But I'm okay. I know they're in safe hands, good hands, and I'm here for the task at hand. And so, the kids are coming.
Yes, the kids are coming.
The kids are coming.
Strange response, but yeah, the kids are coming.
The kids are coming.
This is a good one.
Okay.
Is it safe?
Yeah, that is definitely asked a lot. I guess all of these are asked a lot. That's why it's on the list.
Well, and this comes in two ways. So they say, is it safe? Or the statement will be, it's so dangerous.
True. And I mean, and it's so dangerous is from so many different ways. Like some people think there's animals walking around and terrorizing, eating up people, right? But then some people are like, oh no, there's like gangs and unruly people and the government is not safe. And it's like, it just could climb, right? And then you have people thinking that you can get kidnapped. Like, okay, can you get kidnapped? Yes. But you can get kidnapped here too. Like, I mean, I don't know who would try to kidnap me, but I mean, it's an option. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why you stay prayed up. Like, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, all that to say, keep your head on the swivel. Okay, that's just my rule. But
I would say, like, and for me, people ask about that, and it comes obviously from two different groups of people. Yeah. From the people that live in America, I'm like, y'all, the same precautions that you would use here, use the same ones there. Just like in certain places you would not go in your city here, don't see areas that look similar and wander into them when you are there.
Not by yourself.
Use your same common sense. I would say that. And then there's the people on the other side that are South African that sometimes say like, oh, it's, if it's dangerous, like, why would you come here? And I'm thinking, you think it's so much safer in the States. Like, there's a narrative that you have been fed that it is so much safer. And I was even thinking about that, like, there's a lot of crime that goes highly unreported in the States.
Very
like, you not saying that, it's the same, like, it would equal to the same amount of break-ins or murders or whatever different things that are happening. Not saying it would equal to the same amount, but I would say it's highly underreported. a lot of the crime that happens in the United States. So I think even just the narrative that many probably even South Africans have been fed that, oh, it's so safe in the States and you don't have to worry about ever being in danger or being hurt. Like, no, like there's a lot of danger here. You just have to, again, be wise about where you're going, what you're doing, be aware of your surroundings.
Yeah.
So,
and I actually feel safer there more so because I blend in.
Yeah.
I blend in. I look like the huge majority. And so, you know, I'm walking through the mall, I'm looking like everybody until maybe if I start talking to you, you may realize, oh, okay, I don't have an accent or something, right? Or I don't speak the language that you speak. So you realize, oh man, something different about him. Maybe he's American. But outside of like talking, you wouldn't know. And so I feel comfortable. I felt safe. We drove through a police stop and they just like shined the light looking at something on the dashboard and kept us moving. Like I felt at peace. And so safety is there. And even in the neighborhoods that we were looking at, they're gated and secure with a person and technology, and
which many neighborhoods are not like that here, and not because you don't need it.
True.
Not because you don't need it. But because it's just not, it's gonna cost so much that most people can't afford that. But again, it's not that it's not a thing that shouldn't be happening. It's just not a thing. It's just not happening.
Yeah, because here in the States, majority of the multi-million-dollar homes are guarded by physical people and technology. There, you have ranges, right? From various ranges of money that you can get such security, and so. Thank you, South Africa.
Yes. So that was one. Another good question in response. So we're moving to South Africa, and they say, how long will you be staying there?
The how long question.
How long will you be there? Are you gonna live there forever?
Are you coming back, right? All those things are in the same bucket. Go ahead.
Okay, so how long will you be there? Yeah. We don't know exactly how long we'll be there. It'll be some years, at least 3 we'll be there. Will you be coming back? No, negative. No plans to do that. So I tell people like, oh, I don't know how long we'll be there. We'll at least be there for some years.
Come back to move.
Right, to live.
We'll visit.
Yeah, definitely visit. But yeah, like, oh, how long will you be there? I don't know. We'll be there for some years, but we're definitely not planning to move back to the States. That's not our plan.
That's not the plan. The plan is to move further east. Yes. And where in the east, we don't know at this time. However, God does know. But for those that do believe, when you take a step that God leads you to take, then you get the answers, you get the provision, you get the prosperity and the things that are necessary. Yes, in that space where he told you to go. And so when we go to Johannesburg, physically living there, we'll do what we need to do, and then we'll get the information and the direction on where to move next. And obviously, more videos will be coming in that respect. However, it's funny as well. I will say when I tell people, I don't know. I mean, it could be, I don't know. Like they look like, people just be so puzzled because they just have such a rigorous plan and detailed life that you don't have any space for flexibility or the opportunity for God to bless you, move you, or direct you into something different or something new. So that's even another reason why we love doing our videos, just showing you how to be fluid with God and how being fluid with God is actually a life of faith, but then there is results and blessings and favor that comes along with doing so. And so,
yeah, it's exciting.
It is. It's exciting. Like, and
while you're on that note, I will just say, like, even in what we're doing, I know I just feel like God is calling people to live a life of faith. And I truly believe that he's going to allow, or even has us sharing our journey with everyone, because he's going to show us as an example of what greatness and results can come from allowing God's hand to be on your life as a result of living a life of faith. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
Everything you said.
Yeah. And I mean, I believe that the Bible shows us in the life of Abraham. The Bible shows us in the life of Noah. The Bible shows us in countless other accounts where God sent people to different places and he blessed them when they went. He blessed them as they went, right?
Yes.
And so we are reminded of, God shares with us. Other people speak to us and encourages us through. And so, it's cool because the questions will come. However, when the questions come, my suggestion is that you don't allow for doubt to then begin to rise more than the faith, the belief, and the trust that you have and the word that you have to go. And so, yeah, we're not going to preach in this, but, you know, the questions come.
Questions come. So the other one is, so there's two more. Second to last, do they speak English?
Right. That one, you know, I
feel like that's a reasonable question.
I get it. And I think it was only like weird to me after I went and I came back and people had asked that question. I'm thinking like, bro, like everybody was speaking English, but I mean, there is the unknown because it is another country, right?
Yeah.
It is another country, so I can respect the question. We didn't answer the question. The question is, do they predominantly speak English? Yes. English is the first and predominant language of South Africa. And so everybody that we came in contact with spoke English.
Yes.
We can say that. And are there other languages? Yes, right? And so it was cool.
Yeah, I felt like it was a reasonable question. They have 11 national languages. So any of them kind of could have been the one that they went with.
Yeah.
They decided that English was the easiest one to go with as far as what's kind of predominantly spoken, what they teach, the language they used to teach in schools. I know that was the question for me when Rickey first mentioned moving. I was like, oh no, the kids are going to be having to try to learn in a different language. And then when I found out, oh, okay, no, like they instructed in English, I was like, oh, okay, good. But you know,
so that's cool. You
that's
have the
that's a reasonable.
Yeah,
it's a reasonable question.
Yeah, it is. But to give the answer, English is the predominant language of South Africa, the country of South Africa. I can't say the continent of Africa, right?
Right.
That may fluctuate and change pertaining to the country.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So there's that. And then the last one that I gotten the most, and I'm sure not the most, I've gotten a lot, and I'm sure you've gotten too, is that's so cool.
Yes.
Just that is so cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, you don't know what to do with that, right? Like, you just can't agree. It is cool. It is exciting. It is fresh. It is new. It is an unknown. And so those people are definitely the ones in which I'm excited when I get to speak to and talk to. Not that I hate the other ones, but the other ones do allow for me to be fortified in what I believe and what I know to be true as we progress through life. And so the ones that say it's cool are like, oh, thank you, man. It's just a release. Like, oh, I'm glad you thinking the way I'm thinking and are just open to whatever it is that life will present to people. And so, yeah, man, it is cool. It really is cool. And that's why we get to make this fun content around the move and things like that.
Yeah, I would agree. It's awesome. That's cool. That's such an amazing opportunity. I wish I could do something like that. Like, and like you said, hopefully as continuing to share our journey, what we're doing inspires them to step out and do something exactly like this, which is literally just us doing what God is saying to do. And that would always be our hope, that people do whatever God's telling them to do. Yeah. So,
and I will, if I can add one.
You can.
After people realize that we actually are serious about moving, like, I think that's the other part of it. They just,
y'all are
they
really
just
going?
hear it, right? And then when
y'all
they keep hearing it, then it's like, oh, y'all are serious. And then they say, we're going to come and visit. And so, like, I love as well when I do hear that. And as we showed in the home that we chose, that it does have a guest bedroom. So for the people that we know, when they visit, they will have the opportunity to, you know, if they don't want to, cool. But if they want to, they could, which is stay with us. Like, sure, come on. Again, the people that we know. And we already know who we know, okay? And so we're not trying to know new people so that you can stay in the house.
We're not trying to know new people.
We definitely are trying to meet people, but we're not trying to know new people, okay? There's a difference between meeting people and knowing people. The people that we know have the opportunity. I just want to make it very clear, okay? So don't come for us. Well, don't come for me. She can hold for her own. Don't come for me. And, you know what I'm saying? Talk about, oh, you said we can stay. No. I already know the people that I know. When this video comes out, I already know the people that can stay in the house, okay? But more than anything, just giving people the opportunity to come to the continent. Most of them have never been to Africa, right? So they have no experience of what it is. We share and talk about it, from videos to actually physically talking to people. However, we both know that it's nothing like physically being there, experiencing it yourself, getting told welcome home, being able to talk to people that are loving, kind,
I forgot
and
that one.
welcoming to you and all that good stuff, right? And so there's nothing like it. So again, people are going to be coming. And so definitely going to look out for when we are in the home. Who's at our house, right? That'll be a segment. Who's at our house this time? And just have them on and all that. What you want to say? I can see you want to say something.
Guys, I forgot that one, which is one of the most like warming reactions that we get, which I would say we get it a lot in the comments. We've gotten it in person as well when we're in Johannesburg. But when we say that we're moving there, then people say welcome home.
Yeah. It's so beautiful.
It feels so warm.
It does. Even through words. Even like just reading it. It's just like warm.
And
I can like feel the grab and just.
Yes.
I feel like I'm in South Africa every time I read it. It's just. Thank you. Speaking of home, shouts out to my brothers, my family. Soda Denim. This is who this jacket is from.
Yes.
It's denim on the inside and it's reversible. So that's what y'all see in the reverse side. Got to show the pattern, okay? So if ever you are in Mandela Square, make sure y'all stop by Soda Denim and you'll be happy that you did so.
At the Santon Mall.
At Santa Mall. Tell them I sent you, okay? Tell them the Joneses sent you.
Yes.
And you'll get to see the treatment that you get because of it.
Yes.
Don't come for me. Listen to me. But yeah, I
think that's all. So just wanted to share those responses that we get you a little invited into our world.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Probably some more to come because people still are coming to us.
Asking questions.
So we'll probably do this a couple more times before we move.
But hopefully we're moving super soon. And there won't be time to come too many more times.
That's her desire. So great, people. We love y'all. We appreciate you all. Thank you for staying tuned. Click that subscribe button if you haven't already done so thus far. I don't know what you're waiting on, but you might as well go ahead and do it. So again, till next video. Peace.